Good evening, everyone. It's such an honor for my family, Tsatsu Stalqyu, to be here with you today to share a little bit of who we are as Indigenous people of the land. It's always an honor for us to be here to share with the people. You know, my family, Tsatsu Stalqyu, we're located here in the Musqueam territory, but we also represent different nations throughout Coast Salish territory, Sartlip, Penalakat, Snuneymuxw, to name a few nations that we represent, along with Musqueam. And, you know, to share who we are and to uplift your spirit and to give that thanks and honor to each and every one of you for coming together to be there for the voice for your families, the voice for your communities, you know, and it's always, sometimes it gets tough being the voice. Got to learn how to have thick skin and what we say, you know, like water off the duck's back. You know, how the water just beads away off of feathers, you know, and to able to be that voice, to be there for the community is such an honor also too, you know. That song that we entered in with was a paddle song. When we travel via our old dugout canoes made out of old growth cedar trees, that's one of the ways that we communicate when we're approaching visiting territory. So our next song and dance is our Seven Sisters Honor. At one time, of course, there were seven sisters with us. And when they were no longer here with us in human form, they were still here to be there for the community, to be there to help the people out. You know, you see how important the cedar tree is to us as Coast Salish Indigenous people. Transportation, I mentioned our dugout canoes, our regalia for our cultural ceremonies, everyday clothing. You see some of our family using the cedar bark regalia. The natural oils would turn that into rain gear pretty much, you know. So just to explain a little bit about the song and the dance. So this is our Seven Sisters honor song to honor each and every one of you. Haitzap kasiem nisiaya haich kasiem. Hi, Tsapa, what's the AMSSA? So it's, we always give thanks and honor and appreciation to everything that's, living. Our natural food resources from the water, from the forest, giving thanks to them for giving up their lives to nourish our family, nourish our body, and that song, in particular, giving thanks to those seven sisters, for, us believing in reincarnation and them reincarnated as old growth cedar tree to still provide for our people, shelter, tools, to go hunting and fishing, everyday clothing, cultural regalia, so that's just a little bit of what we're going to do. This next song and dance is our warrior song and dance. And again, to give that honor and respect to each and every one of you that are the warriors out there, being the voice, being the movement for your families, for your community, able to have that voice also for the people. So we want to dedicate this song to you also, our warrior song and dance. Haichkasiyam. Hi, Tsapa, what's the AMSSA? Yeah, that song, we dedicate that to our warriors, our protectors that would go out there and protect our families, our communities, our nation, to share a little bit more of who we are with that song. That song, we a lot of the Coast Salish nations would have battles with the northern tribes, and the northern tribes would come down to the Coast Salish territory looking for slaves and resources. And their particular interest for people, for their slaves, would be the women. So we were protecting our women, protecting our wives, protecting our sisters, protecting our daughters, our nieces. And that song would honestly would kind of get them all riled up, hyped up, and ready to go and protect their people, hey, you know. And also giving that thanks and respect and honor to those warriors, you know, for being the strong young men that would be there to protect their families, so that they would, you know, continue to live our cultural daily lives, you know. So really, thank you for asking us to be here with you this evening to share a little bit of who we are, and hopefully these songs and dances. And oh, before I forgot, I should have did this in the beginning as soon as we got in here. My family, Tsatsu Stalqyu, we're one family. There's about 50 members in our performance group, but the core of our performance group is one family, and we have 27 members. There's so much in our family. I honestly forgot how many family members. It was myself and my wife, one of our 5 children here, one of our son-in-laws, and a few of our 19 grandchildren. And also, our eldest grandchild here, holding one of the youngest grandchild. The mom's holding her baby. He's the youngest grandchild, 7 months old, and our oldest grandchild, our oldest granddaughter, she's 25. Yeah, numbers, 1 through 19. And we're lucky, we're going to be great-grandparents. Our eldest grandson, he's expecting his first child in February, so we're going to be great-grandparents come in the new year. So rich family, yes, you know. So yeah, thank you once again for asking us to be here with you to share a little bit of, yeah, you know, that's why this is why we do this, you know. This is why all of you do this. Is for the future, hey? You know? And this is why, you know, us Indigenous people grasping onto our culture, our language, our heritage, you know, and to carry on for the future generations that are you know, growing behind us. And we never ever think of tomorrow or next week or next month. We think of generations down the road, down the line, you know, and I'm pretty sure most of you think of that also, you know, and keep those words in your heart and mind, you know, and the reason why we're still here, you know. So really thank you for asking us to be here to share a little bit of medicine through singing and dancing, and medicine through our regalia, you know. That concludes our little presentation for you tonight. We'll be exiting with another paddle song. Enjoy the rest of your time here in the unceded territory of the Musqueam people and descendants of Musqueam ancestors, and safe travels back home to your family and loved ones. Before we, so thank you once again.
So we just have a few closing remarks, and what we want to start with is just saying that this conference would not have been possible without the contributions of so many people. So this is a bit long, but please bear with us because there are a lot of people to thank. And this includes our special guests, our keynote speaker, all the plenary and workshop presenters and chairs, the facilitators of roundtables, thank you, and the room facilitators for the new interactive activity. It includes poster presentations, poster presenters, exhibitors. All these people made this conference a success.
Thank you. We'd like to thank the members of the Conference Planning Committee for organizing such a timely and informative conference. This includes Melanie Bailey, Natalia Brown, Lisa Bruner, Crystal Guzman, Leah Hamilton, Kathleen Holloway-June, Karun Karki, Janet Moser, Madeline Nurnberg, Yolande Dween Pita, Yusra Kadir, Daniel Rito, Amy Robichaud, Abiha Said, and Yoko Yoshida.
Of course, we would also like to thank Sonali Advani, who you all know, and Alina Sutter, who really lost a lot of sleep, I know, in the last few months in organizing this hybrid conference. So you only see part of it. There's actually also the whole virtual component as well. And the members of the PTP team, including Leah Huffman, Michaeline Sucre, Diana Paredes, Sammy Coxon, Badushi Sadiqa, Shannon Mahoney, Serena Dargan, Isaac Sherry, and Yolaine Dupont, who have worked tirelessly over the last few months, and especially the last 2 days, really behind the scenes to ensure everything ran smoothly. And I do also want to thank all our AMSSA colleagues who jumped in and helped for all those pieces that we perhaps weren't thinking about.
Okay, the thank yous continue. In addition, we want to thank the members of the Standing Committee on Student and Junior Scholar Engagement who volunteered their time during the conference. Lisa Bruner, Nagar Valdezade, Anne-Cecile Delays, Yolande Pita, Takmina Shokurova, Kaylee Sao, Stephanie Atkin, Naomi Melando Rodriguez, Karun Karki, and Astu Tiam. And of course, we want to thank the AV team at Encore. You guys were fabulous for making sure the technology worked as it should, that our virtual workshop tech team, Baldwin AV Solutions, and of course the banquet team at the Hyatt. I don't know if any of you are here in the room, but I think you really showed us the gold standard in banquet service this time. Thank you. We also want to thank our translators, Aurélie Lacazan and Pascal Rizzo, and the simultaneous interpreters. You guys have a hard job, and we don't make it easier on you by speaking so fast. So I thank you so much for your hard work over the last few days. So the conference would not have been possible without the generous support of our sponsors, Calgary Catholic Immigration Society, World Education Services, New Canadians TV Network, Minerva BC, Pre-Arrival Canada Program, YMCA of Greater Toronto, Progressive Intercultural Community Services, the Diversity Institute, and Future Skills Center. And we very much, of course, appreciate the funding from our main funder, IRCC, Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada. And now I get to do the fun part and give out the gamification awards. So if you're in the room, I'm going to get you to come scooting up here, and we've got gift cards for you. So in first place, I'll read first, second, and third for in-person. You all get a gift card, and then I'll read first and second for virtual. Actually, I'll do virtual first because we're going to get so excited about the in-person. So let's do virtual first. So virtually, it is Mitika Jane and Saida Arif. So for those of you at home, I'd say your gift card is in the mail, but Yeah? Okay, it'll be in the mail. When it gets there, we'll find out. But, okay, so for those of you in person, please come on up and get your gift card if you're still here. So our first place winner was Gazol Timur Shah. Our second place winner was Kelly McKinnon. And our third place winner was none other than AMSSA's very own Vittoria Gustafiero. So please come on up and get your gift cards if you're here. I saw Vittoria.
Oh, here comes somebody. Another one?
Oh, good. Okay, I saw Victoria like 2 minutes ago. Is she here? Okay, I'll hang on to it for her. Okay, thanks everyone.
Great, and please do be on the lookout for an email directing you to the survey to provide your feedback on the conference, also your advice about planning future conferences. As I think many of you know, we really take your feedback seriously. We want your feedback, and we always, when we're planning for the new year, take this into account. And that always helps with future conferences. And talking about future conferences, we're meeting next year for the very first time in Halifax. And you can see that the dates for next year's conference, very similar to this year, November 24th to 26th, and we really, really hope to see everybody there. So thank you for coming out, and have a good evening.